see if I can kind of ease down this trail, and we're gonna see what happens here. I'm just carrying the phone, obviously, so I wanted to talk to y'all about some spot and stalk, what I like to do, how I like to hunt. Let me get my muzzle loader down here. Wish I had some kind of little setup I could put, like one of them little selfie sticks or something, I guess. But, so, you know, when you're spot and stalk, obviously the first thing is being super quiet and listening to your surroundings. You know, listening for the crunching of the leaves. We got a lot of rain last night, so the leaves are really wet and there's no real crunch. But you can still hear things like, you know, if a deer is walking through these woods, you know, you can hear the limbs and stuff brushing, but you just got to really listen and pay attention. And so anyway, we're going to walk down this trail a little ways and see if we can spot something down here. You don't want to ever get in a hurry when you're doing this, when you're doing a spot and stalk. It's not about how much ground you can cover, it's how you cover the ground. I don't know if you can hear that. That's a squirrel. And squirrels will tell. Squirrels are assholes, and they don't like, you know, they will alert, like when a deer's coming in. They will alert some. Like I said, the main thing is not about how much ground you can cover at one time. It's about how you cover the ground, how quiet you are. You know, being super quiet. Understanding that you're in the deer's backyard. You're in their living room. You know, you're in their house. They're out here day in and day out. So, you know, different sounds, smells, things like that, the deer are gonna react. So, you know, it's about being quiet and walking slow. Footwork. You want to be able to use your eyes, not your head movement. Just with your eyes, you just kind of look down at where you're stepping. And then, you know, keep looking ahead and listening. Take your time. Because you got to understand the deer ain't always, you know, like running or jogging through the woods. They're going to be, you know, just milling about. So that you may get a surprise as much as you surprise them. So you got to be ready. Trying to look up this trail. Sometimes you got to kind of bend down and bend over and, you know, and kind of look around the edge of a tree and see, like this tree right here. I'll use stuff like this and I'll come up here because if you see, there's a corner right here and there's a tree right there in the way. A tree right there. You can see that limb across there. So I'll ease over here to this tree and use the tree to cover my body. And then I'll sit and watch this See? Can you hear that squirrel? That squirrel is reacting to me, the movement. And they'll do the same thing with deer. So I'll get down and kneel down here when I'm spotting and stalking. And I'll sit in this spot for 10, 15, 20 minutes and just listen and just watch the woods and pay attention to the animals, the birds, the squirrels, blue jays. Blue jays will really tell on a deer. You know, they'll go to squawking and carrying on. So these are the kind of things you're going to watch out for when you do a spot and stalk. You're going to just, pay attention to the woods. Take your time. Like I was talking about before, it's not about how much ground you cover. It's about how you cover the ground that you do cover, and being quiet. There could be a deer just 50 yards up there right now. And I just can't see him yet because, there's so many leaves and stuff and they blend in real well. So getting in a hurry, trying to cover a whole bunch of ground is a bad mistake because then you'll spook the deer. Being patient and just sitting and watching. And, might pick another tree from where I'm at. If you can see that tree right there. See, what I'll do is when I get ready to move is I'll ease to that tree right there and then use that tree for cover. And even though that tree is only about 25 yards from me, 20 yards, even though that's not that far that I'm walking, but once I get to that tree, I'll be able to see a different part of the woods that I can't see from here. So pick you out a spot. When you're spotting and stalking, pick you out a spot that you're going to move up to and say, okay, I'm going to ease up to that spot. And then I'm going to sit there for 10, 15 minutes and listen to the woods. And you just keep doing that all the way up through there. When you're spotting and stalking, even when you pick you a location that you're going to go to, to sit, for your 10, 15 minutes, whatever, 20 minutes, as you're moving to that next spot up, you're going to want to 3, 4, 5 steps and just stop, because like I said, you can see a different part of the woods for each little part that you move up. Like right here, around this tree and right in front of us right there, that big tree right there, that rotten tree. As soon as you go around, it's hard to see, but through there, I can see all the way up to that next corner. It's probably about 100 yards up through there. Okay, so I'm going to ease up to that tree, and I'm just going to sit right there, and I'm going to watch that long little straight stretch, and we're going to ease up there right now. And like I said, as you see, like looking into the woods right now, you kind of got all this stuff just right in front of us. But as you move up a few steps, now, bam, now see how I can see further down in there? So you're going to want to pause and look and watch down in them woods real careful. Because deer, when they're feeding during the day, when they are up and moving, a lot of times they're just going to be taking a step here and taking a step there. So they're going to be real slow at moving. So you're going to want to take your time and study them woods real good. So you can see way down there. I think y'all can see way down there. It's about 100 yards down through there. So I'm going to ease up to this tree on a spot and stalk, and I'm just going to sit here on this tree and watch this little straight stretch down through here for deer crossing. Alright guys, guys. I've made it about 200 or so yards from my four-wheeler. It's taken me hour and 20 minutes, somewhere abouts, to go 200 yards. And there's this little part right here that it kind of goes down off the hill. That's going downhill there, what you're seeing. And down there at that corner down there, a lot of them deer will come out of there. They'll come across, and then right in there, there's a trail that goes off this way. And we used to have a stand back in there, but I've seen them come out of there and come across over, because down in this side over here, it goes way down in there in a draw, and it gets real thick down in there over in here, and they like to go down in there and bed up. Now, this is the middle of the day, so it is what it is. So I just wanted to give y'all a little spot and stalk stuff. Just remember, like I said in the first of the video, it ain't about how much ground you cover. It's about how you cover the ground. And, stopping and pausing and watching. Because a deer may be walking through these woods. And let's say he's got a destination he wants to go to. And y'all's paths are going to cross. So, by stopping and pausing during your spot and stalk, what it does is it allows you to see the deer before he sees you. So take your time, be very patient, and don't worry about covering a whole area. Just cover what you cover very well. That's all I got on this video. I'll try to capture some more footage. I'm going to go into a deer stand this afternoon. If we don't get any more rain, the leaves are starting to dry up pretty good. It makes a lot of noise. So I'm going to be in a deer stand this evening, and I'll do some footage on that. That's all I got. Backwoods out.